Hello, people of the internet. This is Pongo here, and I didn't think I would have to make this video. That's all I gotta say. I didn't think I'd have to make this video, but apparently we got a situation and a growing controversy, and a lot of controversies tend to spiral out of control, so I'm just gonna nip this one in the butt right now. This video is in defense of Zack Snyder. Apparently, there's been this recent interview that's been the subject of a few articles in which Zack Snyder, or that guy, famous director, supposedly admitted to using the Snyder fandom, using his fandom as targets in order to easy targets in order to troll Warner Brothers and get his cut released and stuff. Okay, let that sink in for a moment. Zack Snyder using his fan base for his own personal gain. Not only is that idea preposterous, but it's also not true. And I think this little controversy stems from a quote being taken out of context. So, in the article, which is by Comic Book Movie from the Times and stuff, they basically state that Zack Snyder admitted in an interview about his fan base, and he said that he said, well, basically, like, I don't have the actual article with me. I might put the article up post editing and stuff. But basically, he said that it's hard to fault his fan base for all the donations they gave in preventing in suicide prevention and stuff. And he had fears that he would be sued by Warner Brothers in an attempt to silence him and stuff regarding Zack Snyder's Justice League, the Snyder Cut. And apparently there's this one quote that has like Matt Jarbo mad. Like, this is the guy I'm responding to with this video. Apparently he calls his fan base his easy targets. Well, I can see why you feel that way. Hey, Matt. I mean, the way it's worded, like, by all means, like, what the heck, man? But here's how I see it. The quote, it was bad wording, that's for sure. They're terrible, terrible wording. But the thing is, Zack Snyder, like, I don't think he'd be the guy to use his fan base, and this is why. Consider it like this: people who generally want to use other people for their own personal gain usually want some money in return. Like cults and stuff. Like, come join our religion. Our God is the only true God, and could you give us some money and stuff? Yeah. But the thing is, while a lot of money did go to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, Zack Snyder literally got paid nothing for his film. He didn't demand anything out of the fans. They donated themselves. There was no evidence of there basically is no evidence of Zack Snyder wanting any money from his fans. His fans chose to donate. That was their own call. And also, after Warner Brothers announced that the cut was real, Zack Snyder could have abandoned his fan base right there, if he was truly using them. Like, hey, I got what I want. I don't need you guys anymore. But no, he didn't. Notice how he continuously talks about his cut. And And notice how he places the emphasis on the fans and stuff. The fans, like, they made this, they made the whole cut possible, and for the most part, it's paid off. Getting to see all 4 hours of the film, as long as that is, the 4 hours are is very well deserved. I mean, you could clearly see how the film needed the 4 hours for Zack Snyder to put in everything that he needed to set up these characters without any solo films and stuff. Although I would have loved to see a Flash and Cyborg solo film before this. Nah, I wouldn't trust Warner Brothers with it. The good news is that Ezra Miller's Flash is getting a solo film. I might talk about that in the future. But back to the main topic. Snyder continuously talked to his fans and stuff by tweeting and stuff. Does the Snyder Cut exist? Is it real? Of course it does. And he continuously leaked more images and stuff. Like by this point, like in February 2020, I think that was the date. That Warner Brothers already announced that the Snyder Cut would be released. So why did Snyder continue to communicate with his fan base? Think about that. He got what he wanted. Like Warner Brothers was gonna release the cut to placate the fan base, and Snyder could have just ended it right there, but no, he didn't. It's shown that he cares about his fan base. They're what made it all possible. He could have gotten his cut out in a lot of other ways, like lawsuits and lawsuits and stuff. But he didn't. The thing is, he didn't con anybody. The fans donated out of their own free will. He didn't demand any money. He didn't get any money for the cut. And the result has been positive. And now people like me are campaigning to restore the Snyderverse. Now, Matt Jarbo, you say that the movement is dead for you, and you'd be a fool to want his vision realized. Well, I think the bigger fool, is you. Like, no offense for taking that quote out of context. The easy targets that could mean a lot of things. Coming down to easy target for the media and stuff, since there's heavy coverage on the Snyder Cut and stuff. So it could be easy target for journalists and stuff. It could also mean easy targets we're the target demographic. Like that. The movie's target audience. Think about it like that. We're easy targets, I don't know, for the media? We're the target audience? There are a lot of ways that this quote can be interpreted. Just because you focus on one thing doesn't mean that Snyder is automatically in the wrong. Now, could he have been using us this whole time? I'll admit that's possible. A very scary possibility, come to think of it. But I just don't see the guy doing that. He's been through literal hell and come out of it stronger than ever. He now has a Netflix job. He's been blacklisted by Warner Brothers, but Netflix is treating him right now. He's treating him... Snyder even said that he wouldn't survive directing another movie where heavy studio involvement is involved. I guess for some that can automatically count out the possibility of a Justice League sequel, because Warner Brothers is gonna want to have their dirty, stubby little paws all over it. But who knows? They once said that the Snyder Cut release was impossible, but look, here we are. So I guess we'll hold out hope until like 2025, and if 4 years later, and if Justice League 2 isn't released, well, by then the movement should start dying down. But the thing is, Zack Snyder, he's a great director, and he cares about his fan base. He wouldn't do that to his fan base. Like, I highly doubt that's the case. There's certainly a 1% chance, 1 or like 5% chance that he could have done it, and by all means, that's a scary possibility. But I highly doubt that he did, simply because he knows he knows what it's like to be blacklisted and be used, to have everything taken away from him and stuff, all because of a family tragedy. Now, for someone who's been through that, he wouldn't want to do that to his fan base. Like, he knows what it's like. He knows what it's like being the victim of all this, and he knows how his fan base would react. Like, people are people. Like, they don't like being used, and for good reason. So Snyder, he wouldn't really do that. And according to one commenter on Matt Jarbo's video, the question that Snyder was being asked was shady enough worded. And honestly, Zack Snyder responded in the only way that he could. Was it a poor choice of words? Of course it was. It's like, man, you just started a controversy surrounding your movie. I know a lot of controversies tend to get blown out of proportion, so I just want to nip this one in the butt before it gets too what's the word? Too overblown. We all saw how that turned out with the Mulan movie, the new one. So yeah, he didn't ask anything about his fan base. He knows what it's like to get played. He got paid nothing for the movie. Imagine that. A director likes financial gain and stuff. They like getting the profits and stuff. The fact that Zack Snyder wasn't paid at all for this movie, or if so, hardly paid anything, proves that he did this for his fan base. Like, someone who uses a fan base and stuff, if he truly did that, he would have demanded money out of Warner Brothers and sued them for all they had. But no, he didn't have any malicious intent toward Warner Brothers, not at all. All he wanted was to make his fans happy. Because even though he hasn't seen Joss Whedon's Justice League, oh boy, if he sees that, if he sees that, I hope he doesn't fall into depression and stuff. Because while I'm guilty of liking Joss Whedon's Justice League, it's not Snyder's vision. He takes one look at that, and he's gonna be depressed for a whole month. That's how inferior Whedon's version is compared to Snyder's. Now, I might do another video stating how Joss Whedon's Justice League could have worked as a solo film with no Batman vs Superman and Man of Steel. Because, in all honesty, Joss Whedon's Justice League could have worked if it was the first movie in that universe. Like, with the massive tone difference and stuff, and hardly any references to Batman vs Superman and Man of Steel. Joss Whedon's Justice League could have worked as a solo outing, but no, it had to be connected to the other films directed by Snyder, and that's what made it not work for me personally. So yeah, Zack Snyder, he's a devoted director. He's devoted to his fan base. He's devoted to his vision. He knows what he's doing. And before you all start hating on him, consider the context. He values all the donations for suicide prevention. He stated that he loves that he loves his fan base, and he knows that without the fan base, his releasing his cut wouldn't even be possible. It was the fans that made this all possible, and and Snyder knows this. And since Warner Brothers has been treating him like dirt over the past few weeks and month, he knows what it's like to get blacklisted by the studio, and to have everything, all his hard work gone. So, do I think Zack Snyder treated us all like fools? No, I don't. Now, if you all disagree with me, you are welcome to disagree. Like I love your feedback. So go in the comments if you have any opposing views, and I'd be happy to discuss it with you. I just wanted to get my thoughts out here because I wanted to stop this controversy before it gets out of control and more people start believing this. Matt Jarbo, you are perfectly justified in your feelings. Like, if it's true that Zack Snyder did use us, well, your feelings are all but justified. But I don't think that's the case. Simply because the facts don't line up. So, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider dropping a like and subscribing if you aren't already. I need my 370 sub back. Thanks. And sound off in the comments what you think. I'll see you all in the next video, which will probably be the next Arena Wars episode. By the way, fun fact, the Season 8 finale is already in production, so yeah, I'm super hyped for it. Bye.